Hi everybody, this is Ian. We're back with another Stanley Parable. It's not about subscribing or anything, I just really like this game. So let's go forward. Literally, I did not even know that was a achievement. I was just thinking of so many secrets. Okay, well, let's go then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's try to do the opposite thing that he says us to do. He tells us to do. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a thing that I want to show you. There's a lot of different endings. Let's go to the most convenient one. Woohoo! Okay, we're here now. And right here says escape. So we're going in.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Cool. Let's go.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, oh, okay. Let's go then. Was that the end? Guessing that was the first end. Hold on, people. Okay, I'm back. So it doesn't seem like we're dead yet. What?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? I didn't die, though. What's going on? I didn't die. Great.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Who is this girl?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That's creepy. So walked here. 2 doors, so... Is there anything here I can do? So it's... Oh, so they don't... Credits. Yeah, I already been through the credits. Oh, what the? So first it was like that. No, first it was like that. Then it was like that. Then it was like this. What's over here? Underground. Narrator outtakes. This place looks creepy. a whole entire thing. Office clock. Cool. Freedom ending. Ah, it's a light. What's in here? So many multiple choices. Sorry, I didn't really read all of that. Meeting room. Okay, so where is the ending exactly? Warzone. Why is there a Warzone in Stanley Parable? Okay. Cool printer. That elevator. I'm all the way back here again. Is this the end? Where is it? Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Wow. Yeah, turned off
Can you
Stanley
see?
Parable.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What?
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Well, that's one ending. That wasn't really a happy ending. Well, I think that was one ending that didn't really end for some reason. No, not responding. Oh. Okay. Well, we're waiting for this to load. How are you doing today? Doing fine. How about you? Oh, we're back.
But Stanley simply couldn't
No!
handle the pressure. What if he had to make a...
Funny thing, I kept on closing this door again and again by accident. And once I saw the papers just
Stanley
covered
decided to
in
go to the meeting
papers.
room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by
Like paper
himself
here, paper here,
and
paper here,
constantly
paper here,
needed
paper here,
support and
paper,
guidance
paper,
from
paper, paper,
others.
paper, paper,
So the
all
thought
over
of
the
total
place.
solitude was terrifying to him.
Which was weird because I was not recording for some reason at the time. So, yeah, that Easter egg right there has been long gone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's try going downstairs this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go downstairs. What's this? Oh. Sorry that I wasn't able to record that Easter egg. I'm very sorry.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Wow.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh no.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh my.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, sorry for that, but we gotta end now. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Wait, let me try to find the Easter egg again to show you. People, I'm back. It looks different this time. As you can see. What's going on here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm trying to find some more Easter eggs, because I'm aiming for the paper Easter egg. I don't know what's going on here. Where the heck are we?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What's going on here? What kind of room are we in?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Oh guys, an Easter egg just happened. By the way, an Easter egg just happened. All the papers disappeared. Yep. That's all I wanted to tell you about. Oh, by the way, whenever I meant the papers were all gone, I'm saying like paper gone, paper gone, paper gone, paper over there gone, paper all over the place gone.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Not on the floor.
What if he had to make a decision?
Again? 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 Wait, this is a different ending?
Hi, Stanley. I just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Sorry, people, I couldn't find it. It took me an hour and I still couldn't find it. Way too long. So, yeah. So yeah, I just like to hand out those little secrets. I might actually pull out a little picture right now to show you, but thanks everybody for watching this. Hope you like it. So goodbye.